Well, after some difficulty setting this bitch up, uneducated guesses, guys.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We are back.
It's hard to see, but got my Michigan National Championship shirt on.
Oh, look at that.
I washed it once, and it's already got holes.
Oh, shit.
It's nice.
How much you spend on that?
35 or something like that.
That's not horrible.
Yeah, it's not horrible, but
It's a brand new
Still.
shirt.
I told him to return it.
Where'd you
I
get
don't
it
care
from?
that much.
Fanatics?
Big Ten, yeah. No, Big Ten store.
Oh,
That
you
was
actually
from
bought it
Fanatics
online.
on the home delivery, so.
Maybe. I don't know. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, welcome back to another wonderful episode. Sorry, Justin might be a little upset. We were having some technical difficulties beforehand.
Yeah. Just nothing wanted to work. It still feels like the camera's not really focusing.
Hopefully you don't have a delay of
It's being
audio
stupid.
to video, too.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Yes.
How do you flip off, by the way? Do you ever accidentally do the thumb thing?
No.
Me either. Anyway.
I remember in like elementary school, like it was said like if you put your thumb out, that means you love them or something like that.
Oh.
You guys don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I don't
Maybe
think I've
that's
ever heard
just
that.
Well,
So who were you flipping off like that?
His mom.
no one. Do you
His
remember?
mom and
do you
dad.
remember?
Love you.
Now I just do it like this. No, but do you remember Terry? He had the hearing
Cochlear
aid thing.
implant?
Yes, I do remember Terry.
That's how he always did it.
I believe
But
it.
his
You're
like
right.
his knuckles were always up like that. You know, like he could never like bring his knuckles all the way down. They're always like fucking piss me off.
It's weird.
Goddamn
It's a weird
retard.
video podcast.
Yeah, but you know, this is how we actually get the content that the people want. Just random bullshit that we all can slightly agree on.
Yeah,
Content that
exactly.
makes people go, huh.
Put in the comments, how do you flip off people? Do you love them or do you just hate them? So,
Do you give them love? Or do you give them
yeah, I've never seen somebody go, "Love you, bitch."
Ain't never gonna stop loving you,
Me.
bitch.
Ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch.
All right, Taylen.
Yes,
What did we do yesterday?
we went and saw a basketball game.
It was the Pistons. If that says anything, they lost.
They did. They
I
lost.
didn't go in there expecting them to win, though.
They lost to the Wizards.
Yep, the Washington Wizards.
Yeah. So,
A couple former Michigan players on that team.
who was the other one?
Jordan Poole and Isaiah Livers.
Oh, okay.
Livers wasn't dressed up, but he was on the bench.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And Poole did a pretty decent job. Kyle Kuzma was also on that
Kuzma
team.
was definitely carrying a little bit, but
He's also a douche. Anyway.
How did you get your
he
tickets?
definitely looks like a douche. Huh?
How did you get your tickets?
Oh my god. Woman.
We would like to thank Danielle for giving us the opportunity to go see this game yesterday. Thank
And
you.
Who did you run into?
Oh, we ran into a celebrity. Not technically. I didn't run
I did.
into him.
I ran into
Justin
him.
physically ran into him.
Yeah. Nothing like super bad. It was just
But
like,
it was
a,
like
a brush of the shoulder.
You didn't charge
It wasn't on purpose or anything. It's just we were going down the stairs
Mhm.
into the like the what'd you call that room?
The
club?
Yeah, the club
club.
area. So the stairs is a little narrow. So
let's explain before we get into the whole celebrity thing. Maybe we can explain like what the whole process of even getting into that place was. First things first, we had to turn around because Taylen forgets that he carries a Swiss Army knife on his keychain, and the guy caught me, so I had to go back to my car to return my keys.
luckily we weren't that far away.
No,
Maybe a 5-minute walk.
yeah, but still, I was like, I always tell myself whenever I see that, I'm like, ah, shit, I always forget that I have those on me. I mean, because they have a knife and scissors on them, so yeah, I can understand why people are just like, yeah, no.
What's it gonna do?
Oh no, it's gonna shank somebody.
I mean, that little bit of a knife could definitely
Eyes out?
just cut someone's throat open with that.
Right.
Uh-oh, there's no weapons on YouTube. Come on, man.
It's not a weapon, it's a toothpick.
Was that what you told the security guy?
Actually, I told him this part was the actual toothpick.
Oh. There's a toothpick in there?
Yeah. There's a nail file, a little nippy. Got tweezers on this side.
Yeah, so we went, took the knife back. Then we came back. I got through the metal detector just fine. Well, Taylen couldn't.
Still couldn't
Oh
get
my
through the metal
God.
detector. So the thing that always bothers me is that whenever I try to go through those metal detectors, like, I know what it is. I'm like, is it my belt? No, it can't be your belt. I'm like, it probably is. It's probably my belt. I'm like, I can take my belt off. Like, it's fine. I'll take it off for a second. And they're like, no, it's okay. So then I had to have this creepy troll-looking fucker, like, just pat me down and make sure I didn't have anything
Detroit.
on me. Yep. So, yeah, I got
Had to
through.
get pat down, and then we walked around for a bit, looked at the stores.
Pretty sure we walked around the whole stadium, didn't we?
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah. Probably 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised at the turnout of people because I didn't think that this was going to be a huge game, but there was actually quite a lot of people there.
I don't know. It was probably still like 65% capacity filled.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nothing like how when we went to the Red Wings game, because the Red Wings game, it was packed.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we went down these steps. We had to show our tickets. Then we went down to this little VIP area where we had to get fancy little wristbands.
Yep. And there's a buffet. You get complimentary beers, wine, and what were they? What'd you have?
The slushy thing?
Yeah, like a mixed drink slushy.
Mm-hmm. I had 3 beers in one of those mixed wine things.
And they were all free.
And
they
I
were
had
all free.
4 beers.
Carly was like, "Oh, you guys drinking at noon?" Yep, especially when it's
You know
complimentary.
what they say. It's noon somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like the best part of those, though,
Yeah.
from work.
Even the food was pretty good too. We didn't get a lot of food while we were there, but we got like this one taco thing. That was okay.
Yeah, that's the first meal I was telling you about. Well,
You
meal.
said you didn't know what it was?
Yeah, I didn't know exactly what it was.
Like a walking taco?
No.
Yeah, they were about a real size of a taco, so the tortilla was
Oh.
like this big, and they just sprinkled like
Oh, that's
coleslaw
like
and
a
shit.
street taco type thing.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, miniature. It was pretty
Kinda
small,
like
but
those
it was
tacos that I
really
would
good.
get at
Mhm.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
And then we went down in quality of food.
Aw.
Yeah,
We got nachos.
Yeah, we got the cheese was kind of old, but like the meat and everything that was still pretty good.
I still put pickled jalapenos
And then-
on mine because it was delicious.
Then we had popcorn and M&Ms.
Yep.
Mixed.
That seems
His
like
idea,
a way
pretty good.
better, like, game meal than what we had with the Red Wings game. The Red Wing game felt like it was all gourmet.
True.
They had gourmet-esque stuff
It had, like,
there.
chicken
Yeah, they did.
cordon bleu and stuff at the Red Wings game.
You should have
It
saw the
was weird.
charcuterie board they had. They had so many
You
different
guys
types of
didn't
cheese.
take a picture of it?
No, it looked kind of gross. I mean, I don't know about you guys out there, but like cheese only really has a couple colors to me. White, kind of a yellowish, and orange. So when you put green into it, literally turns me off from it. It was like a white and green cheese. I'm just like, yeah, I don't even know what that is, and I don't even want to know.
Well, technically, there's green and pepper jack cheese.
Yeah, but it was literally like half and half. Like it looked like Colby Jack cheese, but instead of the orange, it was green. It didn't look good.
It was moldy blue cheese.
Oh yeah, and then there's blue cheese. Oof,
That stuff's gross.
it is.
Just the smell of it alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were row 7, so we were pretty damn close to courtside. That was cool.
We could smell them.
We couldn't actually. I kind of went in expecting we could hear maybe the players talking. We could a little bit.
Yeah.
But they do play like the stereos pretty loud and stuff. So.
Which is another thing that I was talking to him about. It's like, don't you find it funny that whenever you watch a game on TV, like you occasionally hear like a little sneaker going, "Ee, ee," and then they're just like announcing like, "Oh, pool's going out. Oh, he dunked
What
the
are you
ball."
doing with your mouth right now? Yeah, exactly.
I wonder why I don't want to be on camera.
Fair enough. Anyway,
Hey, the hospital can't do anything that your boyfriend is gay. You won't get in trouble for that.
That's an uncurable thing.
anyway,
Alrighty then.
I don't know if you know this, but the music very loud, and I'm just like wondering like what those microphones must look like to
Like
focus on.
I told you that they're probably like the cone ones, so they can do directional
Don't know what that is.
recording. Of course you
Is
do.
Is there like actual cone shaped things?
Yeah, it's like
How big is it?
pretty big. Trying to think what I could like describe it as.
Like that?
Like a megaphone?
Yeah, actually pretty close to that.
Really? That big, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like an amplifier, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All directional and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did we ever actually say who the
No, we were
celebrity-
getting there. We were getting there.
Okay.
So when we got down, we had some tacos, and then we were walking around, grabbed some popcorn and some beers. The lady was like, "You might as well get 2. Might as well double fist it." And the first thing I do is set my cup down in the damn cup holder and spill beer on myself. That was not fun. But then we were sitting there watching like the first quarter of the game, and Justin's like, "I know that guy." And I looked over, and I'm like, "I know him too." And then we spent the next 5 minutes trying to figure out who the fuck he is, and we were trying to be like, "Why do we know him?" And I couldn't figure it out, so I just looked up famous celebrities from Detroit, and it was a guy by the name of Tim Meadows, which, for people that don't know, he's kind of like, I don't know, he's like one of those secondary characters in like pretty much every Adam Sandler movie you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. I know he was the principal in Mean Girls. I know that he was one of the baseball coaches in Benchwarmers. The one with, what's that guy's name? The 12-year-old?
I don't remember his name. It's been a while.
But that guy that's on there, he's also in the Grown Ups movies. I know that.
Yep. He's like one of the old high school, like...
The bullies with the...
opposing,
yeah, he was the balding one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was Chris Rock and him. And I remember in the movies, like, these are my white people. Like, no, this is my town. You can't have this. Because they were in, like, a small Massachusetts town. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we saw him.
Underrated movies.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yep. So we saw him, and Justin actually bumped into him. Because, like, my whole idea was, like, hey, like, I know him. I mean, like, hey, maybe we can actually, like, run into him and maybe get a picture and all that. So, like, at halftime... we waited, which side note, I'll tell you something after this. We got up, and as we were walking out, Justin bumped shoulders into him, and we're like, oh, great. And then I was trying to see if I could get towards, like, the end of the game, but he left with, like, 10 minutes left in the game, and he never came back.
Yeah.
So.
Busy guy.
Yeah.
He had, like, a whole section to himself.
Pretty much.
Well, a whole row.
Yeah, nobody sat next to him. Well, except, like, at the very end. But he still had, like...
Was it just, like, you guys pretty much in the row that you had?
For most of it, but...
For most of it, but... Like, in the beginning of the third quarter, these two guys came and sat down right next to me. And I'm like, who? I mean, like, these aren't cheap seats. Like, who decides to show up halfway through the game and just sit down? They didn't have any drinks. They didn't have any food or anything. They were just sitting there and watching. And then at the fourth quarter, with like 5 minutes left, they get up and leave. And they never came back. And I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you were in, like, the buffet area the whole time, I get it. But, like, I don't know. I personally, if I went to a game like that, I would kind of want to go see the game. Like, seeing it on TV is one thing, but actually, like, seeing it is a different thing.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I mean, it sucked. Detroit played pretty well for a decent amount of the game.
And they didn't get destroyed.
Yeah, their bench players just weren't able to really do much. Mm-hmm. Bojan Bogdanovic was definitely carrying.
Yes.
What did he have, like 32 points or something like that?
Something like that. He was carrying that whole fucking team.
Yeah, he played pretty good. Cade Cunningham played good.
Yep.
He was somewhere in the mid-20s.
And then you got, like, Ivy and then, like, the center. He was funny to watch. He looked like a newborn deer running. He's a big physical guy.
Big guy, though.
He kept getting up in Kuzma's face. Kuzma and him did not like each other. I don't really care for Kuzma that much either. I mean, he has the same problem that Jordan Poole has, and that's why they're both on the Wizards now. Both cocky, and they were like, oh, we're playing for all-star teams, and now they're playing for the Wizards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jordan Poole didn't really do a whole lot. I think he hit double digits pretty late into the game.
Right.
But like I said, Kyle Kuzma, he was playing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a good game.
Oh, yeah.
And then we ended up just going out and walking a little bit downtown, you know. Went down to the Nike store. Didn't have shit.
We had to walk off the little bit of alcohol that we had in our systems, but as soon as we stepped outside, that cured that real quick.
Yeah, it got pretty cold.
It's like 37 degrees outside with a wind. We didn't see any homeless people, though, except when we left. But we didn't see anybody.
Oh, yeah, remember? The Jehovah's Witness?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we were walking back to the parking garage.
Yep.
And we were pretty much alone on one side because we went all the way down to Comerica Park because we wanted to see if the store there was going to be open because they have all like the Lions gear and whatnot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they weren't open. So, you know, we stopped there and we were looking at the map, seeing if there's anywhere, you know, around us that'd be cool to check out or whatever. We decided not. We were going to start walking down to the parking garage so we could leave. Well, then these two guys came up. They were younger. I think they were probably within our age range.
Yeah.
And what exactly did they say? Yeah, because you responded, so you start.
Well, because they were following us for a while. Like, we were walking back, And we noticed how they like followed us, and we were walking in an area where there was literally nobody else except these two that were about, I don't know, 20 feet behind us. And then we stopped because we were going to go crossing this way so we can go across the street. And these guys were like, hey. I'm like, hey, you guys want to talk? I'm like,
It's a weird ass way to start a conversation.
Talk about, and I said, about. He goes, Jesus. And the thing is that threw me off is that they didn't look like Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, they were just in street clothes.
Yeah, they were wearing like sweatpants and sweatshirts and stuff, and we're just like, and I'm like, and then Justin's like, I'm not religious.
Yeah, I was like, nah, we're good.
You were very blunt with it. You're just like, I'm
well,
not
then
religious.
He was like, well, do you believe in God?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, I'm not really religious.
Right.
He's like, well, neither are we. Which
But
was fucking weird as shit for them to say.
He goes, neither are we, but I love Jesus. I remember that one guy's like, I love Jesus. I'm like,
Are you sure
cool.
they were Jehovah's Witnesses, or were they just fucking with you?
Couldn't tell you.
They could have been. They were a little persistent.
And
it was weird because
the
second guy was like standing behind me.
Yeah.
And so I had to,
we thought we were going to get
rotate
jumped for a
bit.
second. At least I did, because I'm like, why are these two guys just like following us? And then when I stopped, I'm like, I noticed that they were coming right at us. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll take the little one.
Of course. You're the biggest one. Fuck off.
I was bigger than all of them, though.
Yeah, you're good, like 3 or 4 inches taller than me.
Right. We discussed
Dickhead.
it. Yeah, because I said, I was joking with Justin yesterday. We were watching that basketball game. And I was like, man, I wish I was a couple inches taller. And he looked right at me with disgust, like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
He goes,
I need to seem even shorter. Thanks. Mind you, I'm not like terribly short, but 5'10". I'm not into that 6 foot range.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
all right.
think Carly's taller than me by like an inch or 2, right?
The same.
Are we? Oh, well, still, she's tall for a female.
Right. Yeah. True. How tall are you, Danielle?
5'8".
Yeah, that's
pretty tall too.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure like the average height for women's like 5'4".
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, these guys were definitely weird.
When I was in school.
But I wasn't really like all that worried about them, mainly because they look like kind of like preppy guys.
Yeah.
You know, they look like, oh, my dad's a lawyer type of deal.
Like, say something, we'll sue your ass.
So then we're like, well, you guys have a good day, and like you have a blessed one. Like,
And then we just
all right.
walked, and I told Justin, I'm like, man, you know what we should have done? We should have just like held hands and started skipping away. And made these two really think like, oh shit, those are definitely not the people to talk to.
Or say like, hail Satan or some
Hail
shit like
Satan.
that.
I wanted to yell back at him. I'm like, you realize where you are? This is Detroit. God's left a long time ago.
He said that as we're standing next to the cathedral.
And then I looked around, and we were right next to a church. I'm like, well, I guess, I don't know. There you go. That's it.
Because it's that one that looks like really old style,
Yeah.
you know? But, yeah, so that was an interesting
I
part.
like how I didn't even hear about that until now.
Gotta save it.
We were waiting for the show.
Oh,
So
one really stuck with Taylen's mind, I guess, of the trip.
What?
that's like the
The
only thing you
Jehovah's
told me.
Witnesses.
Well, it was
Oh,
weird.
Beer.
I mean, I was pretty tired when we got home, so I
Oh,
probably
yeah.
just forgot about it.
True.
Yeah, and then after that, we went around and looked at the stores around Little Caesars headquarters, which, side note, I found out last night Little Caesars started in Detroit. I didn't know that.
You
Weird
didn't
how
know
that works.
I know. I put 2 and 2 together. I really didn't know that.
Why'd you think it was called Little Caesars Arena?
Well,
Because they paid for it.
because they paid for it.
Well, fucking...
AT&T, where does AT&T start from? Because if it's at, what, is that Dallas's?
Yeah, it's Dallas.
Did AT&T start in Dallas?
I don't know, maybe.
Let's find out and see if it did.
Probably.
Well, Staples Center, not Staples Center anymore. It's, what is it?
SoFi?
SoFi? No, that's the Rams.
Oh,
Staples was the Lakers,
right.
and now it's like Dogecoin or some bullshit.
Seriously?
Like that.
It's
Yeah.
in the headquarters for AT&T is Dallas, Texas, in the U.S.
But did it start in Dallas?
Where did AT&T originate?
Yes. Because that's the question. Because Little Caesars actually started in Garden City, which is a suburb. of Detroit.
Delaware.
Oh, so it's, see? That's my point.
They wanted nicer weather
I don't blame
We're
them.
going south.
and a state that doesn't get
Bird.
forgotten.
Yeah.
You don't forget Texas,
Flying south.
which that'll be a conversation here we'll have in a second.
Flying to Texas?
No. We'll get there. But so yeah, we went to the car and then
Oh, so we went back to the car, and I had a funny idea. If anybody knows of the show Hardcore Pawn, there was a Pawn style show. It was kind of like a more ghetto version of Pawn Stars, but pretty much.
Definitely more ghetto.
And yeah, it was in Detroit, and I said, "Fuck it, you know, when in Detroit, might as well go to Hardcore Pawn." I'm like, hell, those two might even be there. Maybe we can get pictures and shit. I don't know. I'm thinking of like a whole content perspective. So we drove all the way out there. Side note, did not know that the store was on 8 Mile. I guess I didn't watch the show that much. But when we got off, I noticed it says getting off at 8 Mile. I was like, oh, okay. And then I started playing Lose Yourself. Dun, dun, dun.
Quit lying.
I didn't play Use.
But
I played it in my head, though.
We went inside, and it was actually a lot smaller than we thought. We think they weren't there because it was a Saturday,
Yeah.
so they probably just weren't working.
Yeah,
The main people.
It was a Saturday at, like, what, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was loud, and it looked exactly like a stereotypical pawn shop. Like, I thought the fact that, like, they've been on TV for so many years that it would look a little bit nicer, but it looks exactly like a Detroit pawn shop. Like, exactly what you would think it would look like.
Oh, I was just double checking.
Oh, okay.
We're good. So, yeah, and then we...
And then we just drove home.
Mm-hmm. And we were originally going to record the podcast last night, but good, like, 30 minutes into the ride home, I was like, man, sitting here, I'm getting kind of sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. Did you end up taking a nap? Because I did.
No. I came home, and I lay down, and then Carly's like, we got to take care of laundry. And I said, okay. And then she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay. And we went and got food, and then I finally fell asleep around midnight. But then I proceeded to sleep till 11:20 something today. I slept for almost 12 hours.
Jesus, dude. I did not.
Yeah.
We probably went to sleep around 2:30ish,
Yeah.
and then woke up 7:30.
Why?
I can't sleep in.
Huh. That sucks.
I can't do it.
We took melatonin.
We did take melatonin on top of that, because
That
I'm like,
helps.
I'm going to sleep the whole night. And then I did.
And half the morning.
Mhm.
Most of the morning.
Pretty much. I didn't regret it. I woke up and I was just like, oh, no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets, yeah.
So yeah, yesterday was pretty fun.
It was a fun day.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again, Danielle, for the opportunity.
Of course. Happy to give you the opportunity.
We were going to try to sneak in back into the stadium and try to stay and watch the hockey game.
Yeah, we thought about it.
That he wondered if you guys would have been able to like stay and watch them convert it to items.
I watched how they did that.
Isn't that cool?
Have you ever seen it?
It's
No.
like a TikTok. Of it.
Dude, it's crazy.
They like hand paint like all the stuff.
First things first, the ice is always there. It never leaves. I never knew that. I didn't know that I thought they would I don't know. I really didn't know how it worked. I didn't know that the ice was there all the time. Even when they're playing basketball, they're technically playing on like a piece of foam, then wood, and that's what they play it on. I'm like, the ice has always been there. That's fucking crazy. Like, I never knew that.
But they have to paint it every time, don't they?
No.
Oh.
I mean, they might have to like update the paint,
Right.
but the videos that I saw, they did I want to say it was the Carolina Hurricane, that hockey team, because I'm pretty sure the NC State Wolfpack uses that for basketball.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So hopefully this isn't super loud.
Welcome back to 313. Friday night was a basketball court. Early Saturday afternoon, there was a slate of ice in its place. With the Red Wings and Pistons sharing Little Caesars Arena, the transition game takes on new meaning for the building's crew.
So you guys won't be able to see this, but we're watching the Little Caesars Arena where they're taking away the basketball court.
Yeah, I was like, I knew that the court was made out of panels, and that's they just put them all together, which is crazy. Like, what if there was like a little hiccup in one of them, and they weren't pushed in all the way, and some guy fell because of it? I'm pretty sure they have to like make sure those damn things are so tight.
Well, I'm sure they have pretty good locking mechanisms.
Yeah, I have no idea how they do it. To me, it just looks like they're putting panels on the ground, and then they take these carts and then they just. Yeah. Yep, and there it is.
Yeah, so there's like thermal insulators and stuff, so like the moisture from the ice doesn't get up
Tonight
into
it's
the
ice
boards
again
and
as the
whatnot.
Red Wings take on the Panthers.
See, like I said,
our coverage
the ice
starts
is
at
over
7
there.
with
Apparently
Red Wings
they don't-
Live. Puck drops at
It doesn't seem like
7:30
they have
on
to really update the colors that much on the ice.
Did they say how long it takes them to do that?
About 4 hours.
About 4
Not
hours.
bad, really.
Well, because the basketball game was at noon, got over around 3, and then the Red Wings played that night at 8. So between 3 and 8 is when they had to get it all done. Which I thought, I was like, huh. Because, like, from the back of my mind, I'm like, how fucking cold do they have to get it in there? And just all the water they have to put on it just to get that ice to freeze up. But I guess it makes way more sense that the ice has been there the whole time.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Literally like 5-hour difference between the basketball game and the hockey game yesterday. Oh, I bet they just lay down water and freeze it.
I don't know how they did it. They probably turned that arena ice cold.
I mean, it's kind of cold in there.
Decently.
Yeah.
But I'm sure like there's things like underneath the ice that keep it cold.
True, I'm sure there is.
More
There
than
has
just
to be.
blasting the AC in the whole arena.
Yeah. Yeah. Basketball game, you're watching it. It's fucking 40 degrees in there.
It is a pretty cool arena though.
Yeah.
Fun to see.
That big ass block they have above the court. I always get surprised at how big that damn thing is. I'm like, yeah, if this thing falls, we're probably going to get really hurt because of it. And, like, we're all going to die.
You definitely need to go to a Red Wings game sometime though.
Oh, yeah, for
it
sure.
It gets lit in there. Way more exciting than that basketball game.
Oh, I bet. Well, because the Red Wings are better.
Well, that and like I said yesterday, just there's less scoring, so it, when there is a score, everyone's like,
Everyone's
cheering and yelling. Like at the end of the game, like we're standing up and yelling and stuff. It's like a football game, pretty much. It was fun.
What were you saying that everybody yelled?
Oh, they were yelling "Who's?"
Who's?
Because that's the last name of one of the goalies for the Red Wings.
Oh, okay. What are the Red Wings' record right now?
They're middle of the pack. I want to say they were 21. No. Fuck.
26, 18, and 5.
26, 18, and 5.
Who's
So they're middle of the
We
pack.
won last night.
the Red Wings won last night?
Yeah, 2-5.
Hell yeah!
It's actually a really tight race, though. They're in the middle, but it's tight. I
Well,
think,
they beat one of the best teams last night.
Boston, I think, is top seed.
Yeah, who's the best?
Oh, and
I
what?
thought you were still on it.
I'm just
No, she just looked at
Red
the.
Wings.
Yeah, she just looked at the Red Wings. Just go to
NHL
ESPN.
records,
Yeah.
NHL standings. And the Eastern Conference.
Is there like a thing that says overall? Here, I know where to
In
look
the
at it.
division?
I know where to look at it.
Yeah, I'll get there. So they are in 5th place in the Atlantic. Boston is 31-9-9.
Yep.
Florida is 31-14-4. Tampa Bay is 27-18-5. Toronto 25-14-8.
Why does your
And
stuff
Detroit
look
is
more than
26-18-5.
Because he's on ESPN's app.
mine? I'm on the NHL.com and all of the wins are one less.
Maybe they haven't updated yet.
It's weird.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. But yeah, they're like right in the middle of the pack. They're pretty close to being able to get into the playoffs. So they're a good team. I think they're just young.
Mm-hmm.
They're on that rebuild.
Yeah, surprisingly, the best team in hockey right now is overall one of the worst teams. Normally, the Vancouver Canucks, then Boston, but overall league-wise, Detroit is 13th out of. I'm pretty sure there's 30 teams.
Sounds about right.
No, that's not dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
If it was closer, I'd mute you.
32.
Good job.
Who's the worst team in the league? Take a guess. It's one of Detroit's biggest rivals.
I don't fucking know.
Huh?
Chicago?
Good job.
Really?
Yeah, the Chicago Blackhawks are the worst in the league.
That's kind
I
of
thought Chicago was usually pretty good.
Not this year.
Thank God.
Crazy.
They don't need that.
I don't follow hockey though, so
Most Chicago teams suck anyway. Bears? Nah. Cubs? Eh. White Sox? No. Bulls? No.
the
Blackhawks,
racist Blackhawks.
no. Yeah, the Blackhawks.
When's that gonna get changed?
They won't.
It's kind of surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of funny how like back then they had all those name changes for some teams, but like some of them still have it.
You think they like paid money to keep it?
I know
They're like, we're iconic, so we're keeping it.
when it comes to Chicago, I have no idea what about that. But like Florida State, their mascot's the Seminole, but the Seminole people are like a really big part of that. So, I mean, they're fine with it. I mean, Chief Osceola actually is a Seminole. Whenever he's going, ba, 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 da, da. It's one of the best intros in college football. That and Virginia Tech, they got great intros.
So speaking of football,
Football!
conference championship today.
It's the conference championship today between who in the NFC?
The Lions, most importantly, of course.
Niners.
Yeah, the 49ers. Good team, good team.
Unfortunately, Detroit is in San Francisco, which is something that I was... I mean, I didn't love to hear
Yeah,
that.
we just needed Green Bay to beat them. That would have been so much better.
Which it was pretty damn close. I'll give it that. Green Bay is probably going to be a threat in the future if Jordan Love decides to actually stay with the team and grow.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your honest opinion? Who's going to win today?
Lions. And then Baltimore.
You think Lions and Baltimore?
Yep.
That's what I want too.
My dad said
I think the Lions are gonna bite some kneecaps.
No, they ain't just going to bite them. They're going to bite all them kneecaps.
Yes, sir.
And then they're going to
True
bite...
grit.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit versus everybody.
I am a little scared for Detroit, just a little bit, because our secondary is...
I don't think Debo's playing though.
No?
Yeah, I think he's out.
Uh-oh.
Double check on that real quick. Talk about Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
Talk about it. He's probably gonna win MVP this year, I think.
All I know is that I keep seeing these memes on the interwebs, and it's like everybody rooting for Kansas City, and it was like Taylor Swift and like all the Swifties and stuff.
Damn it, I was
Literally.
wrong.
Everybody on the planet is rooting for Baltimore in that game. We all are, though.
Debo's playing.
Oh, Debo is?
Yeah, and there's a
How's
bunch of players out.
Is Laporta out?
No, he's playing, but Brock Wright is out.
Eef.
Yep. Khalif Raymond is out.
Eef.
Jonah Jackson is out.
Eef.
Yeah, those are some key players. That sucks.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one. As long as it's close.
They'll play hard. I know they will.
Oh, yeah. How many kneecaps do you think they're going to bite off?
What is it? 104?
At least 5.
Isn't it a 52-man roster?
I guess so. Just for
That's
a
not counting
second,
the coaches.
for a second, I was just like, that was a very specific number, really quick. 104.
Or no, it's a 53-man roster.
Oh, 106. And then
Even
Daniel's
the
like,
bench players are
5.
getting their kneecaps bit. Fuck them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Be a
Oh,
good
yeah.
game.
What time is that?
6:30.
30.
Why did I play so late?
Because in California,
That's really
they
not
play
that
at
late.
3.
At least it's not an 8:15 game.
That's very true.
What time do you think the Super Bowl will be? 6:30, 7:30?
You can see it.
I think it's,
Is
I think
it?
it's like 6:30 or something.
When is the Super Bowl? 6:30. I thought I was going to say something, but it didn't. Yeah, it will be played at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas at 6:30 between the Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. Calling it out, folks. But I will say this. Every time I've been on camera and I've shown a team, they lost. Because, like, I wore the Browns sweatshirt, they lost. Wore the Buffalo one, they lost. Let's say I may or may not be wearing Lions stuff, but that's why you're not able to see it right now, because I'm not jinxing it.
But you already spoke it into existence, so you could be jinxing it right now.
Or did I?
Hey, this is real wood.
Knock on
Oh,
wood.
oh.
Good job. So yeah, it's exciting.
Give me a second.
I need to get my story straight.
Shower thoughts? Yeah, we need to start talking about shower thoughts. Have you ever had any strange thoughts while you were taking it? Have you ever heard that term before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You have anything that ever came to your mind and you just go ahead? How does
Well,
that
you're definitely bringing this up out of the moon, so you're gonna have to give me some time to think. So why don't you?
Out of the moon?
out of the moon?
The blue moon.
The
My
blue
favorite
moon.
beer, Blue Moon.
It's out of the moon, man. Blue moon.
It's That's good, baby.
So for
With the orange
instance,
slice.
I'm gonna talk crap about Carly for a little sec because it made me laugh. It really did. But we gotta get hold on. We gotta get his live reaction to see if he thinks like I do or like how she does. Danielle, you can also react the same way. Did you guys know that whales are mammals?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I did actually.
Okay. So, what signifies a mammal?
Something that doesn't give birth to an egg. Like it doesn't lay an
Live
egg.
birth.
Yes, live
Okay.
birth.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
So the main key things are live birth, they have hair, and they give milk. And so I told that to Carly, and then she proceeds to respond with, "Whales have milk?" question mark. And I said, "Yes. How else do you think the babies eat?" And
They just ate like adult whales.
we proceeded to have this conversation, and we asked her brother. Her brother also did not know that that whales had
It
milk.
is a water cow.
Did you think that whales had milk?
I mean, I never thought about it, but
That's
it makes
exactly
sense.
what I said.
But do they
Show me
have
the
to have
teeth
all of those
on a
features
whale.
to be considered a mammal, or is it just like that's like?
Except for platypus.
Except for platypi. But
Platypussies.
but they still have hair and they still give milk.
But they lay eggs.
But they do lay eggs.
But that's not weird that a whale has hair. Like that isn't.
They have like little tiny hairs. I know,
Just
I
weird
didn't
to
think
me.
that either.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
pigs are covered in hair too, but most of their body's covered in peach fuzz until you get towards their face and it's a little bit more hairy.
Pigs are ugly. I don't know why people think they're cute.
No, that's weird.
I think they're fucking
They're
ugly.
so
I was
cute
like, do they
between
have to
my
have all of
double
that?
cheeseburger.
Facts.
It's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
So something I find even more strange than like platypuses. Have you ever seen how a marsupial gives birth?
No,
You know what a marsupial is?
Kangaroo.
I think so.
Kangaroos and
Yeah.
stuff that live in Australia. And same thing with possums. Possums are also marsupials. But we saw this video of this, oh, little baby, little baby. Actually, you know what? Look it up. I'll explain it too.
Give it a goosh.
Just look up kangaroo.
This is why you need to get arms. I'll
Yes.
just buy one more of those and I'll just use that.
Okay. But anyway, kangaroos give birth to little baby, this big. And side note, apparently kangaroos have 3 vaginas. Did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah, play that top video. I'll explain exactly what I'm saying.
World's weirdest.
One day we will set it up
Kangaroos like to keep their
where we
young
can do
close by.
screen capture and then you guys can
Very
see what we're
close.
seeing.
A baby roo will call its mother's pouch home for almost a year. But how it gets there in the first place is a strange and harrowing journey. At 1 month old, the baby roo, barely more than the size of a jelly bean,
Size of a jelly bean. Can you hear this?
emerges from one of its mother's 2
No, they can't,
uteri.
but the listeners will be able to.
Once
Yeah,
it's
so it's about the
outside
size
the
of a
body,
jelly bean. Comes
it
out
grips
of
her
the mom's.
fur.
Oh, sorry,
And though
3
it still
uteruses
hasn't
and 2
developed
vaginas.
eyes, it instinctively relies on its forelegs to
And then it
crawl up
fucking
towards her pouch.
climbs.
It takes a few minutes for the tiny roo to reach the pouch. That's it,
There
there.
it is, the little pink.
That's crazy how small
Within
it is.
minutes, it
Yeah.
reaches her pouch and latches
Yeah,
on
so
to
it
its
has to
mother's
climb
teeth.
all the way into the pouch and then suck on nipples inside of the pouch. Which makes sense because I didn't know where else it would be. Yeah, and then
That's
Okay, but
enough travel to keep the young
how'd they
roo
get
for
the
a
camera
long
footage here?
while.
A little bit of invasion of privacy, if you ask me.
Next few
That's a good
months,
point.
it grows inside.
like,
the
hold on,
pouch.
Mama Roo. Just shove that right there. Kangaroos are also, they're such weird animals.
Even once it ventures outside, it's
year.
still not ready for cross-country trekking.
But then the baby
For 9
kangaroo
more months,
lives in the
this
pouch for
jelly
up to a
will
year.
rely on its mother's pouch for shelter, transportation, and protection. If it senses danger,
I think it says they stick around for like another year or 2.
even after it
drink
leaves
milk.
the pouch, it stays by its mother's side. nursing
Kangaroos are
for an
definitely
additional
weird
1 to
animals.
6 months.
Cute though.
The pouch, though, is
I don't know,
now
I've heard
off
they're
limits.
assholes.
They are.
Its mother will
You ever seen the
already
video of the
be
guy
carrying our
punching a
next baby.
kangaroo right in the face?
Yes.
From
You ever
now
seen that?
on, the Joey will have to
I
travel
love
on
it.
its own 2 feet.
It's so crazy how fast they are too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm going to talk about something real quick, just
Yes.
just off topic again, but kind of on topic. So I want you to tell me what you guys think about this, because like for the most part, I don't give a shit, but a little bit of me kind of gives like a shit. So
He gives a mild shit, guys.
I give a mild shit, mild poop. Anyway, so we went to a gas station earlier, and we were grabbing some snacks and stuff, and we heard barking. And we're like, oh, there's a dog in here. That's nice. And then all of a sudden, the dog just decides to run around the entire store, sniffing everything and wagging its tail and getting. Mind you, it was a lab, so it was probably getting hair everywhere, and just going around sniffing people, trying to get food and stuff. And these people are just like, yay! And they're like trying to give him treats, and they're doing all this stuff. I'm like, okay, like, I don't give a shit because I like dogs, but, like, last I checked, I thought, like, you're not supposed to have a dog like that just running around smelling shit and getting hair everywhere, especially in a place that serves food. So
It seemed like it was an owner's dog, or was it?
it was one of the employees' dog. No, actually, it wasn't an employee's dog. It was just some guy that brought his dog in,
Oh, okay.
and he was just running around and just smelling everything, getting everything all slobbered and stuff. I'm just like I said, I don't give a shit about dogs, but I'm like, how are you going to be sitting there, like, giving a dog a treat and then proceeding to touch everything that I'm trying to buy? I'm just like,
I don't care. It's all packaged.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to have to side with Carly on that one.
I
If
don't
it
know.
was like a
If-
restaurant.
Yeah.
You will remember it.
Yeah, I just know that
They
labs
should've had
are...
him on a leash.
Yeah, that's the whole point. The guy kind of just let the dog do whatever it wanted. I'm like, what if it just pisses? Then what? Like, I don't know. I just thought that was a little weird. Like, I get that most things in there are packaged, but I don't know. To me, I just thought that was a big no-no. You're not allowed to have dogs in the first place in a place like that, unless it's a seeing eye dog or something like that. And the worst part about it is that, like, the owners weren't even there. So this is just something that is happening without their...
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it just seems like something that was
I get it. It is a little weird, but I mean, the dog definitely should have been on a leash.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But instead, it was behind the counter just sniffing all getting... Huh?
I like dogs.
I like dogs.
Doges are good. Danielle's the only one here that doesn't like them.
You don't like doges?
I don't mind dogs. He's exaggerating.
She won't let me get a dog.
'Cause
Why?
I'm not at a point for a dog.
What do you mean?
He knows what I mean.
Just get a Great Dane.
That's it?
Just get it great.
Or an Irish Wolfhound.
I was thinking more like a horse, but
What's the difference?
yeah, true.
Appetite. Meat or grass. Hey, I mean, you never have to worry about mowing your lawn again.
The second you get a dog is essentially the second is like when you get a child. You're limited to what you can do.
No.
Yeah.
You're limited to
You can't just leave them. all
can't
day.
leave for prolonged amounts of time.
For a bit.
You what?
For a bit. I mean, a baby can't do stuff for at least 5 years. The dog, maybe 6 months to a year.
A dog is like a baby though in ways that you can't go on trips. You can't go on long trips unless you take the dog with you. And then you have to worry about dog friendly areas.
True.
Or you're paying hundreds of dollars to board or have someone come look after your dog.
But then when it comes to a baby, it's double or triple.
It's way worse.
It's way
Right.
worse.
Like,
A dog is
In
like
a way.
preparing for that.
Or hell, you can just ask one of your friends to come over and be like, hey, let the dog out.
I think she just she's talking on the experience of her parents' dog, Hemi. But they can't really do anything because of how he
Many
is.
of our dogs.
Huh?
We would board the dogs when we would go places. Something that we would do.
Mm-hmm.
Even past dogs. It was like you'd always have to like accommodate for that too and prepare to spend that much extra in money to have the dog looked after. whether you board it or have someone come look after it.
You couldn't have your parents just watch it?
Probably not. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, they don't want to.
Fair
You
enough.
don't want to like
It's
look
not
over
on
at
them.
someone
Just
else.
watch your dog?
Huh?
Would your parents do that?
They fucking better. I've been watching their dogs for a long fucking
They're
time.
rabid
If I
dogs.
go on a trip and I'm just like, hey, watch my dog, I don't want to hear a damn thing.
True.
Mm-mm. And I have to watch 3 of them. So, it's okay. They're not pain in the
well, I
asses,
expect
but...
them to watch them, but
They kind of are.
Well, they're pain in the asses because they don't like you. They love me.
we'll get a dog eventually.
I want a dog.
I know you do.
I don't care. I don't think it's that hard. But I grew up with lots of dogs.
Yeah, how many dogs does your mom have currently?
You know, I don't know.
6.
Is it?
Mhm.
Probably.
Ellie, Maddie, Jazzy, Brody, Toby, Puppy. Yeah.
One of them's mine, partially, but we can't take her to the apartment, so.
Even though there's... Did I ever tell you about that dumb rule in my apartment?
No.
So, my apartment building alone is 3 stories. There's the bottom level, the middle level, and the top level. And I live at the top. And the thing is that the middle section and the top section have this over, like, they have, why am I drawing a blank?
Front-facing.
Like a front-facing, they see the road. They have a carport-style thing where I can park my car underneath it. And the people on the bottom don't have the carport, and their entrance is on the other side of the building. And they have like a little grassy area. And according to my landlord, they can have dogs, but we can't. Just based on the fact that I have to go up 2 flights of stairs.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
First, I was gonna be because I thought it was because like they had their grass patch or whatever.
Nope, not because of the grass patch. They said it's easier for them to let it out.
Probably would be.
But the thing is, all we have to do is just go down
Yeah.
2 flights of stairs, go across the parking lot. Oh, there's grass.
Yeah, that's
At
weird.
first, when I moved in initially, they told me that their dogs were just banned in general due to the fact that a lot of the people that live in my apartment complex are older people. They don't have the ability to pick up after themselves. After them dogs. Old people taking shits out in the front yard.
I mean,
They might.
they're old.
Wouldn't be the first time. But then, as long as I've lived there, Carly and I have seen several dogs. And one day, a lady came in, they were talking to Carly about, like, oh yeah, it's like, what was it, $300 or something? And it was like the one-time thing. And we're like, oh, okay. So I called my landlord up, and I'm like, hey, is that still true? And then she proceeds to tell me that insane mess. And I'm like, so you're telling me that you are completely just denying people's money due to the fact that you don't want to have dogs? Well, and this isn't what she said, which made me feel very upset with her. She goes, well, you know, dogs tend to carry in mud, and I just don't want my steps to get dirty. And I said, first of all, like in my head, I didn't tell her this, but I was like, first of all, your people barely even sweep those steps. They cleaned them off the other day for the first time in...
Maybe once a month.
Yeah.
But that's a dog, especially a little dog.
And you're telling, yeah, especially like a little dog, because she said that dogs had to be under like 50 pounds, which is bullshit, because I know for a damn fact that there's a big ass dog that lives there. And they, like, I know for a damn fact there's people there that still have dogs.
Right.
I don't know how the hell they hide it. I mean, let's be honest. There's not a whole lot of times where maintenance people come around. I mean, you have the people that pick up the trash, but that's about it. I don't know. I just think it's a silly rule.
You get your trash collected?
Yeah.
I always set it right outside the door and they come get it.
Dang.
It's nice.
We had to walk ours to the dumpster down there.
We could too, but
That's far for us.
it is far for us. It's on the complete opposite side of the
Oh.
apartment complex. But they told us all we have to do is just set it outside. And then right around 8 or 9 in the morning, some guy just comes in, does it
Kind of nice.
Monday through Saturday. They don't pick up on Sundays.
It's pretty
We
convenient. though.
always put it
And we always put it out on like Saturday at like 10 a.m. So it's there until
Monday.
9 a.m. on Monday.
Luckily it's cold out, so it doesn't stink right now.
But during the summer, there's been, yeah. And we're right next to the woods, and they always say, like, try to keep your trash because there's animals. But I'm like, I've never.
How you got in trouble.
So I got a call at work last week, And it was my landlord. And I was like, all right, that's going to be fun. And I said, hello. And she goes, oh, hi. And she was like, why is it loud there? And I told her that I was at work. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry to bother you at work, but I just wanted to let you know that there is somebody at your apartment complex that is deciding to feed animals. I was like, oh, that sucks. I don't feed the animals there. She goes, it seems like somebody keeps taking leftover food and throwing it out their porch door into the woods, and it is attracting animals. And on my end, I went, that's weird. But in my head, I went, Carly's going to give me shit about this because, yes, I am the person that apparently feeds the animals. If I have something that is...
I yell at him every time. He don't listen to me.
And I don't give a shit. I haven't done it since, but I think the thing that officially did it is we had a bag of chips.
You just dumped it
I just dumped it right off the balcony. And the thing is that, like, there's the balcony, and then below it, there's the other balcony, and below that is the bottom people's balcony. So
you're just littering in there.
pretty
It's
much.
so bad.
But most of the time, if I have, like...
Oh my
He
God.
gets so mad at me for yelling at him.
but
What if you, put yourself in the other people's shoes.
Exactly.
I'll be
If
like...
you had the lowest level, and you'd wake up and you'd open your curtains or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and you'd look in your yard and you saw a bag of chips emptied out on the ground. Would you be mad? Because I probably would.
I don't know. It was
She's
snowing
also
out.
got, like, her plants and her flowers all right there,
Aw.
so the animals probably come take all of her plants.
I haven't done it since then, but most of the time, if it's like old vegetables or eggs or anything that I know can be...
She probably goes out there and gardens and she's like, oh my God,
Yes.
there's a carrot down here. Where did this come
Or
from?
like a rotten apple. Eggs. Oh my God, eggs.
I had a
No.
problem. I had a
Those
problem for a while
eggs.
that I would forget about eggs, and then it would
No.
expire. And there's like this post that's right next to the woods, and I'm not kidding. I would just take these eggs and just throw them at this post, just see if I could hit it. I never could.
I would do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
Wait, one time you wanted to pee off of the balcony.
I
my
was
God.
so like I
It was
had to.
So serious.
I'm like I have to pee so bad, and she
We have
was
a
in there.
bathroom.
You were in there.
I wasn't.
I'm like I'm gonna pee
No,
off
I
the
wasn't.
balcony. And I remember like opening the door. You're like, you better not. I'm like, what's gonna happen? It's pitch black out. Nobody's gonna see. Well, then my dumbass would probably get caught.
Someone would probably think it's
How
raining.
stupid.
I didn't do it.
Because I screamed at you.
Yeah, she did. That would be funny though. I've always wanted to do that.
No.
Like I always wanted to go up somewhere really high and just pee and just see the stream go forever. See if I can make a
You know,
connection.
like that Empire State Building.
Yeah. Man, this rain smells like piss. When in New York.
Oh my God.
They're probably used to that smell.
Exactly.
Stressed me out.
I stress you out?
Yes. I'm glad my name's not on that apartment.
Yeah, it's true. They wanted it. Yep.
Our worst apartment thing that I think we got in trouble for was we had a grill on our patio. And our neighbors also had a grill on their patio. And they yelled at us about our grill on our patio. And they said, you can't have that there. It's a fire hazard. I was like,
Yeah, I kept it
look
there.
next door. I was like, did you see the grill that they use, like, all the time?
We're not allowed to have a grill.
No, the worst trouble we got was chubs.
Yeah, when we had our cat, we didn't tell them
Yeah, we
about
kind
it.
of cat's a little easier than a dog to sneak in. You know,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we did.
It was great up until when the maintenance guy came and locked her in the closet.
Yeah, he tried saying that she tried attacking him.
Oh.
You guys know her.
Did you
She's
ever-
not.
You guys even
She's-
know what Chubbs.
She's never been one to attack.
Where is she?
Except me.
Yeah, well,
She attacked me
yeah, woman.
before Bob.
She didn't like her very much.
Well, maybe they said something to Chubbs, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, she has a black cat. Maybe she said, they said the N word or something. Hey,
Yeah, I don't
cats
know.
have feelings too.
Exactly.
But yeah, they did not like that, and they said, so give us your $300 for your cat deposit and tacking $25 a month on for cat rent.
Cat rent?
Yeah, they had to pay
usually
an
you
extra.
do. That's why I was surprised with the dog thing. You don't have to.
Cat rent.
And that's a
if we had a
non-refundable
cat, we'd have to
$300.
pay. How much is it?
I don't remember.
She allows cats, not dogs.
She also doesn't like the fact that people burn candles.
I do it all the time.
I don't think we were supposed to burn candles at our apartment
Maintenance
either.
guys don't say shit, and there's candles everywhere.
Exactly.
You guys were making candles in there.
We were doing it all.
Seriously, there was one time I was playing some games and they were doing a bunch of different flavors.
Flavors.
I always say that. Well,
The
this
thing
is.
that threw
It
it
smelled
off-
like vomit.
The thing that threw it off was we did a chocolate one after we did all the other ones, and it was just really icky sweet. It was gross. We had to open the door to the patio.
Yeah,
It was
it
bad.
brought up bad memories.
Right. Wait,
I was
hold
like-
on. Oh, hold on. Hello? We're doing the podcast right now. You want to say hi? Wait, hold
Wait
on.
a second.
Go ahead.
Hi.
What's up?
Are you live right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can let you go. I was just calling to see how you liked the Pistons game.
Oh, it was fun.
It was a good time.
That place is awesome, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Call me later.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.
Here's his bye.
That's
The
how we-
Topster.
The Topster.
I just think of the dog.
So look, my mom's called us when we were doing one. My dad's now called us. Nobody ever calls you.
Sam.
Fuck them.
They do. I think someone called you and you were working on.
My grandpa, I think.
Oh, what's he want?
He asked if I have heard from my parents. My Nana did the same thing.
Oh, well, your Nana said that she didn't want to talk to your mom because of what she said to Jack way back when, and she never really said anything after that.
Yeah, I'm not supposed. Oh well.
There's always drama. on
Family
this
things.
family.
We don't need to talk about.
Anyway.
Any hoozles.
So,
So I
camera-
did take some pictures.
You did? Yeah. Justin took some pictures of the studio.
So I'll probably work on making like a YouTube short or something for that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Well, we'll use it for all of them.
All the socials.
So I'll try to make that, but that won't be up yet.
That's
I'm
fine.
trying to
obviously.
get on him about TikTok.
And I've been
He wants to
uploading
do
stuff.
it, and he won't let me do it for him.
I need to do it.
Why?
Because it's my show.
Then don't complain about it.
I'm not complaining about it. It's just, I don't know how often I should be uploading stuff.
Daily.
Yeah,
Yeah, it probably has to be
too, or
daily.
the algorithm.
It's just tough.
exactly. Well, and he never knows what clips to post, so I'm always telling him, cut it here.
She's like doing the background work, and you just gotta come up with the caption and hit post.
And I can
That's
put
the one-
caption too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Second one. I didn't do the first one.
I need to figure out how to. There's a way to make clips like straight from Premiere Pro. Like you can, like, oh, you want this time to this time,
Yeah.
save as a clip. I need to figure out how to do that because then it's like straight from the source. It'll look better and stuff too.
And
Yeah.
I don't have the
So-
title of the video.
I know.
Huh?
That's
I
a
don't
good
have the
thing.
title of the video.
And I can
that you
go
watch.
find it.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. But if you're gonna do that, then you should add like something over it or something like that describes what is actually talking on it. Because every time I saw that come up on whatever it was, Instagram,
Mm.
I was like, are they gonna talk about like Justin's dreams of becoming a motor sport?
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. I can see that. I just
Instead,
did.
you have to like listen to it or read the caption to figure out what might actually be talked about.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I left that in there is just because they can go directly
Sure.
to what episode I'm talking
Sure.
about. I mean,
If you say it, find it on YouTube.
find it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and eventually YouTube Shorts.
Indeed.
Indeed. No, not Indeed. We don't do any business on Indeed.
We're not hired.
That is a fact.
We are not hiring at the moment.
True. But yeah, I'll show you guys pictures after. They're nothing special, but I'll do little edits to them or whatever,
Oh yeah.
just to show.
Is there anything else I should say, plan on doing in this? Are we still planning
actually-
on putting
Finish
something?
your shower
Yeah.
thoughts?
Oh yeah, we'll do shower thoughts after this, but we're talking about.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about doing that.
We did
To
like
be honest with
one.
I was also thinking because we have 23 pieces left of this. I was thinking about trying to do something for the ceiling with those, just to use them. I don't know if I'll just be like super basic and like staple them up there.
Yes.
Kind of doesn't really
I
matter.
was about to
I
do
would-
that before you guys came over too, and I said, "Don't you want to strategize that a little bit more?" I was surprised that he just wanted to like willy nilly staple them up there. Like that seemed very unlike him, didn't it?
Who's Willie?
And who's Nilly?
And he's Nilly.
My only worry is like, obviously you don't want to cover lights, and they're narrower than the gap. and stuff. So you don't want them to like droop and stuff like that,
We don't want drooping.
No droopies. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just get like a bunch of cardboard, glue them to that, and then staple that up.
You got a bunch of spare wood.
Use wood for all that.
I don't know, you could find a use for it, probably.
Wood. Listeners, you know what we're doing.
Exactly.
The ladies
Go
know.
back to shower thoughts.
Yes, I
Yeah.
wanna know.
Cheers.
I'm trying to think if I have any shower thoughts.
Do you have any shower thoughts, Daniel?
No, I just kind of zone out.
What was my other? Oh, how are robin eggs blue?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Where's that
Like
come
how most eggs are brown or white, but robins are like blue.
from? Like bright blue.
Yeah, like because that's what robin eggs look like. And your mouse is dead.
No, it's not dead. It's been on the charger. It just doesn't want to connect.
Oh, okay.
You fucking stupid.
I just don't understand why that's like that all the time. That's weird. I don't know if I have like I'm sure I've had this before, but I don't know like off the top of my head.
Go ahead.
Alright.
I don't know.
Figure it out,
Oh my god.
Carly.
I can't think of any.
That's
I
all
feel
right.
like those were the only ones that we had prepared.
Yeah. I think the one that I keep seeing on like the the one thing that I keep seeing.
That was gone. There we go.
Yeah.
What do you keep saying?
Where it was saying that if you were born just a year later, the fact that you would have like a completely different friend group and you'd probably be a different person because of it. Like, it's kind of fucked up to think about.
True. And it's weird because I'm a year older than you.
Yeah. Did you get held back?
First grade.
First grade.
Yeah. I was
ABCs,
retarded.
man.
Still am.
BCAs.
They almost held you back.
They almost did hold me back. I have a funny story
They
about
almost
that.
did hold you back, yes.
They did. See? No proper English.
Hola.
So what was the reason for you?
I actually don't really know.
They just say, you stupid, you stay.
Yeah, proper.
Proper.
Well, you started doing this little accent, and then I was like, fuck, I gotta try doing it.
Exactly. No, so I remember, I'm pretty sure it was also first grade that they wanted to hold me back. And I remember years later asking my dad about it because I didn't get held back. And I asked him, I said, why did they want to hold me back? He goes, well, the part that confused us is that, like, you weren't dumb. You were fine with all your grades and stuff. It's just your teacher personally didn't think that you were ready for second grade because of the social aspect behind it.
That's funny.
I didn't
you
have a
say
lot of
that.
friends or something back in first grade. I only had like one or two people I hung out with. And she thought, yeah, I don't think he's ready to move on to the next grade, even though we're literally having the exact same fucking people in the class. So I'm going to be used to these. And then the worst part about it is that my first grade teacher eventually became my second grade teacher. And so my dad had to deal with her dumbass for another year. Her name was Mrs. Her name was Mrs. Lemon, and I'm pretty sure she was a lesbian. Never heard of Mr. Lemon. Huh?
She knew you were a homophobe. He's not actually. It just worked out.
No.
It was a joke.
My mom held me back.
Your mom held you back? Why'd your mom hold you back, Carl?
Well, she just didn't start me in kindergarten until like a year later.
Well, that's what.
I
Well,
turned 6 like a month after I started kindergarten.
how tall were you when you were 6?
I don't know.
You're probably like, holy shit, why is this fourth grader trying to get into kindergarten?
No,
So
and
they
I
held her
was
back?
so
That makes
far
sense.
ahead. I was so far ahead. I was reading like second grade books and everything.
In kindergarten?
Yes.
Carly thinks that she's better than us, apparently.
I read all the Harry Potter books in third grade.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, fucking nerd.
I
Why'd they
know,
hold you
and
back?
then I went fucking retarded
Well,
once I got
mine
to
was-
middle school.
Mine was because I was too shy, is what she said.
Oh, so
But I had
You shy?
I had
Never.
so many friends in kindergarten. I was like popular.
not according to your mama.
And then I don't know what happened.
What about you?
She She was never held back.
I was never held back, but I was ahead of my grade in reading and stuff as well.
Well, my
Those
mom
AR
had-
tests,
Nerd.
I murdered them.
You murdered them?
I didn't.
I was telling Carly one of the things that stressed me the fuck out when I was a kid was those time math tests.
The Mad Minute.
Yeah, just here's a white piece of paper. You got like 30 problems. They're like, do as many as you can in a
We
minute.
I
started
was
them with the white side up, and they were like,
Yep.
3, 2,
And then we had to flip them
1,
all.
go!
And then you're just like,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
And
loved
even when
racing
they
through
didn't do
those.
the, like, half
I
page
hated
and
it.
They gave you the full page.
I've always been kind of good at math.
oh, I've been good at math too, but then when you put me under time, I'm like,
That reminds me of the.
3 times fui.
That reminds me of the Daniel Tosh joke where he's like, "Oh, you suck at tests? That's interesting. That's what we use to find out if you're smart or not."
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at math.
You guys remember your SAT scores?
Oh, mine was not good.
Was it below 1,000?
No, it was higher than 1,000.
You could probably log
Actually, I
in
don't know.
to account.
I don't remember.
Mine was below 1,000.
Yeah, there's like a
Yeah,
log
mine
for
might have
it.
been in the 900s. I think.
Mine was in the 900s.
I didn't take high
The
school.
worst part
very
is like
seriously, unfortunately.
600 points of that is just writing your fucking name down.
True. That's crazy.
Mine went down every year.
How many times did you take the SAT?
You took practice, like the pre.
I didn't. I accidentally slept in that day and they wouldn't let me take it. So I had to just go to like.
You just had to
I
go
think
right into it.
It wasn't detention, but I had to go to like some class like that.
When do you take it? Junior?
Junior year.
I think I have like a 1060 or 1080.
Nerd.
You can't log in?
You trying to,
She was probably like 1,100 something.
She was probably.
you trying to log
No, I
into
wasn't
Power
that
School?
good. No, there's
I
a.
was like.
Wasn't
There's
Logan
a
Fruin in the
college
1200s or
board
something?
website.
Yeah, him and
Gabe.
I
two
just
other
typed in
girls.
SAT scores login, but I have to, I think, unlock my account because I haven't logged into
Remember
it. I know
logging
my
in.
actual SAT scores, or the pre-SAT. I know I have those upstairs in a filing cabinet, in a file that I have. I could go
Nerd.
grab them.
Yeah.
You don't remember?
Go
I
grab
don't
him.
remember. You want me
Run. Bring Chubbs.
Well, don't run because we can hear the steps.
to- You know, if I didn't move all my stuff from down here, it would have been right here.
Huh?
Huh?
No, let's just being quiet so we don't have to hear that much.
Very true.
Yeah, I didn't take school super seriously, unfortunately,
I did good in
but
school until now.
Huh?
I did good in school until college.
You're doing fine.
so that's most important.
Yeah.
I barely passed. And I tried pretty hard.
Oh.
I would love to see like you
Aw.
take one of the tests.
Just fail the shit out of it.
Just to
I would
see
too.
how
I'm
much
not
I
making fun of you.
Do you remember your GPA by any chance in high school?
Shit.
Oh, it was not good.
Mine
No?
was pretty good.
No, mine was like a 2. It was either 2.3 or 2.5.
What was your GPA?
She was a fucking.
3.9 something.
Yeah.
Okay, mine was like 3.8 though.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, I did not do much of homework or anything.
Mine was
All
like
you had to do was
3.2.
do your work and you
Yeah, I didn't do the work. I passed,
My
but
ACT.
All right, so
Thing.
we got Daniel's ACT.
What does it say? Where's the number?
I'm looking for that.
Grade 8? You took it in 8th grade?
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
So she got a 10 out of 25.
I don't know the ACT
No, I'm just kidding.
scores.
do you remember when they did like you would get your like what were the scores? This is like elementary school where you would get scores like based on state average or something like that.
That's what they do in nursing school.
Oh really?
Based off like the average.
None of y'all got perfect
Which is
attendance when we graduated.
Fuck that shit.
Good, no?
Did you get perfect attendance?
Yeah, bitch, I did.
Sorry, my dad let me stay home if I actually was sick.
I didn't.
My dad let me stay home once because I played too much Wii boxing the night before and my shoulders were raw.
I
wish.
forgot
That was
about that.
fun. That was good.
Oh,
You
this is
played
fun.
Wii boxing that hard?
I played it for hours, dude. I was pro level in the game. That's all I did.
Jeez.
And then I was also playing Star Wars Force Unleashed on the Wii,
Mm-hmm.
so you could be fucking swinging lightsabers on that. That was fun.
So your usage and mechanics skills suck,
I'm not surprised there.
but her English skills are the best.
Oh, I suck at English.
It's kind of funny how you got a good grade in a language that you already speak.
You know, I was really mad when they went over read how you did, they didn't give me mine when they handed them out.
Is that
And
all your school shit?
It's not all of it, no. Some of it.
Pretty sure I burned all my school stuff on my senior
It's kind
year.
of a comic, like.
You should see the stack my dad has of my school shit. Like from kindergarten.
Oh yeah.
Like all throughout school. He's got like
The Moxie Mountie from when we graduated?
Holy shit, I remember that. Hold on, let me look at that real quick.
This will be great for podcasting.
A newspaper from our local high school.
At a local high school.
I'm going to be cropping the video later, so you probably won't really be able to see that. Maybe I'll crop it. I don't know.
Are you in this?
No, I don't think so.
Here.
I don't
I
know.
just kept it
Just
for
put it on the
memories.
table.
I never
Oh, probably not right there. And cough. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. When's the last time you guys
This is
seen
when it
one of
gets
these?
loud.
A newspaper? Oh, it's
Fuck,
been
I
a
don't want to
while.
spill it.
Oh,
Nice.
God. I don't remember any of these people. I remember Leah.
I wonder
They
what
don't-
she's
the
doing these
viewers
days.
do
Isn't
not-
she?
See, look, that's Mason.
The viewers don't care.
I know.
That's not.
Yeah. We're gonna post this to our. Wait, time out. When is? We will look at this afterwards. When is our first
Reunion?
Yes.
10 years?
10 year?
10.
Yeah.
So I got
3 years.
Got
3 years to get in shape.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
Impossible,
Wait,
is it?
time the fuck out. I just processed that. We've been out of high school for 7 years now.
If I wasn't with Danielle, I probably wouldn't even go. Because I know she'll make me go, but
Dude.
if I wasn't with her, I would probably not go.
I
Live
want to go so people are like, oh my god, what?
I would.
Live from our
I don't think
local.
they'll
a double take.
I don't think they care about us that much.
Danielle's gonna walk in like all these bitches gonna be jealous.
They're all
I know Vanessa Anderson and I did have a discussion at one point. And we were like, yeah, Justin Smith is kind of cute. And we were like, yeah, we could date him. That'd be
I
cool.
was be lying.
No, I'm serious. He was in choir. He was in choir. In the choir one day.
You were in choir, or wait?
I was in
Oh.
choir.
I can't sing for shit.
He was
Did you
not
do
in
band or choir?
I did band in 8th grade.
No.
What instrument did you play?
No, 6th grade. The tromboner.
You played a trombone.
I wanted to play.
did you
No. Before you make fun of me, I wanted to play tuba, but my parents made me do trombone
What a bitch.
Why'd you
Yeah.
want to do tuba so bad?
because tuba's fucking cool,
You know, when they, do you remember when, like,
and they don't let you do
when they
drums
had
right
you,
away.
like-
No, I hated that.
do you remember in 5th grade, they had you do the whole, like, pick what you wanted to do or whatever, like,
Yeah.
the, like, introductory thing? So I did that in band, in the band section. My mom played flute when she was in high school, but she viewed band as a social hour. So she was last seat. She wasn't trying to be good. And I also got flute,
Oh.
but I didn't do it. I did choir all 6 years.
6?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
From 6th grade to senior year?
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know what's funny?
I was in band.
Are you a good singer?
Guess what?
She did all that choir. She will not sing around me.
I sang yesterday last night. I don't want to hear it.
You were intoxicated.
I was singing.
It doesn't count. I can't sing for dog shit,
That's why my
and I
voice
sing
sounds kinda bad.
whenever the hell I want.
Dude, don't even get me fucking started.
You could if you tried.
And I didn't even do choir. I'm just naturally gifted. I don't even know
Gifted
what the
ass.
fuck that voice was, but.
I could not sing.
What about you, Carl?
I did band for one day and then I said, I'm out.
Care to explain why?
It was not for me. It was all the nerds. I was like, not for me.
So you fit right in. You just said, "Nah, I'm just gonna get away from my people."
I didn't fit in with any group. I was just like not included in any group.
What group were you in, Taylen? What group would you say you fit in
Like I was
in high
talking just
school? Like, were you guys friends in high school? Like,
From like sophomore year. Well, I came to Northwest in 7th grade, and Justin and I know each other, but we didn't start like hanging
I realized
out.
that you didn't always go to Northwest, I guess.
Yeah, I went there at 7th grade. Like I know of Justin, and
You know of me.
well, I knew of you, I should say, and I didn't think we started like actually like hanging out because he never hung out because his parents were assholes back when we were in high school.
Indeed.
But we didn't do a whole lot until like 10th grade, I feel like. And then we went to the same machining class. And then that's
Well, because we were working, making our own money, so we could actually go out and do stuff.
fair enough.
I'm
Yeah.
sure your dad would have liked me then, too. I would have
Oh,
been
yeah.
able to hang out there, too. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was able to come into your house a couple times, but
Yeah, my dad remembers you. I remember when he was like, "Oh, Justin, which one is that again?" I was just like the Jew, and he goes, "Oh, right."
okay. An ongoing joke because of my big nose.
But if I had to guess what group
Taylor's
I was
nose might be
in,
bigger.
it is.
His head's bigger.
Just so.
I think it's all based on proportions.
It took
It
me
is.
so long to
My
figure
nose is
that out.
bigger.
Just staring.
My head's bigger.
Must be compensating.
Feet are huge. Wiener is tiny. Anyway. But if I had to guess what group I was in, what would you say I was?
I honestly don't know. I don't know who you hung out with. I don't know who was your friend group.
Don't ask me.
What do you think?
I wasn't around.
She
I
didn't
feel
know
like
anyone.
You talked a little bit to everyone.
I didn't. I never had any problems with anybody. I talked to the popular kids and the nerds. Except the one kid that was a school shooter. No.
Which one was that again?
He was a grade above us. I can't remember his name, though.
Because he had a list.
Yeah, he had a list. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
John something? I think.
John McCartney.
No.
No.
John McCartney was like a really nice person.
He was like the...
He was the quiet-
McCartney.
He was like the
John-
complete opposite.
John Collier. He was in our grade though for a minute.
Was it Collier?
Yeah, because
Glasses?
Showed Bree the list.
Glasses and bowl cut.
Was she on it?
No,
I
she
was.
wasn't on it.
You were?
Yeah, I was on
What'd
it.
you do?
Well, because I called him a fucking nerd one time because he was. Well, he was being all fucking weird and shit. Like, I was at, like, the lunchroom, and I was just, like, trying to get my tray to get food, and I apparently cut in front of him. And he goes, "You're going on the list." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I found out that it was actually a list. I was like, "Oh, shit." I didn't know what list he was talking
drafted.
about. Yeah, I didn't know what list he was talking about. Like, the Army recruiting table's over there. And I'm like, is this, like, a detention list? Like, what's going on?
The way that he just told you you're going.
He just flat out said, "You're going on the list." I was like, "Okay, can't wait."
He said, "You have a good day too, buddy."
Well, his mom was like a lunch lady or something, and I thought like he was talking to his mom, and I
His
like,
mom works at the First Church.
She's
of
going
the
to start
Nazarene.
spitting in your food.
yeah.
His mom now works at the First Church of the Nazarene.
Oh.
She's working with God for the monsters she raised.
Literally.
Isn't that what Dahmer's parents
Because
did?
her
Probably.
his older sister, who was like, I don't know, she's probably 5 years older than him, she babysat me like when I was little.
Premeditated.
It was creepy. Then I found that out and I was like, ooh.
What'd you get?
Ellen?
Mocha.
Mocha's good. I kind of like rotate through all the main ones, but the Avalanche is my favorite, and then probably the Mocha.
We stay
Mocha's
waiting for the
good.
BOGOs. We don't go in there full price.
Except for yesterday
Yeah.
with me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
Neither
go in.
did Carly.
Brina had Oh, listen. Saturday and Sunday afternoon, it's like noon to 6. Starbucks is BOGO.
Uh
on the weekend.
oh. Sounds like we're
Starbies
getting
run.
Starbies.
Because Bree bought Starbucks for us. before the twins.
But to answer your actual question,
Like, I know you're friends with Taylor. I guess I know kind of like your friend group, but like not enough to like make an assumption about.
see, it was weird because like I hung out with the rednecks, I hang out with some sports people, I hung out with the nerd. Like I didn't really have like a specific group of people that I hung out with
Right.
because I didn't give a shit about. Like if you're an asshole to me, I'm not gonna talk to you. But for the most part, like it just I didn't really care who I hung out with.
I was very similar. I didn't really put myself in a crowd. Like I had my closer friends, but like wasn't really in their crowd.
Yeah, because there'd be times where I'd be like hanging out with Ben and Taylor, and then I'd go and hang out with like you because you're not really a redneck.
Right, but I was friends with Ben.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like there was like a core group of people.
Was there ever a time when you guys hung out with like Ben
No,
together? Like,
No, I'm not kidding. I can't really think of any times that we actually hung out while we were in school.
I think we went to play basketball like a couple times, didn't we?
That was when you were at your apartment.
We didn't do that in high school.
I don't think so.
a long time ago.
Granted, though, both of us were dating other people at the time, and I don't think they liked each other, especially on your end. I don't know. I don't really know what happened because like we saw each other every day due to the fact that we went to Career Center. I mean, how like I picked you up and dropped you off at school and all that. I mean, like
Yeah, it made me pay for it too.
ain't no free rides
What
in
a
this hoe.
friend.
Cash,
Yeah, even though I
grass,
lived
or
across the
ass.
street from where you worked.
I
That
got
don't
free
work.
rides.
Huh?
I got a free ride to Career Center.
Oh yeah, because
Her mom paid for it also.
oh yeah, that too.
My dad wouldn't want me to drive to Career Center. He didn't see like the point in that if there was a bus that went. So sometimes I would drive to Career Center, like because I just didn't want to ride the bus.
Yeah.
The bus.
Justin would try to convince me every single time. He's like, let's just drive there. I'm like, you gotta buy me something. He goes, fine.
Would have been better just to like give you like $20 a week.
The
Yeah.
best stop would be if you stopped at Burger King and got some nugs before.
I
'Cause you
distinctly
get, like, the
remember.
10 piece for like $1, wasn't that like the
Yeah.
that they had?
I distinctly remember us going to like Wendy's a couple times, and I would be like driving to Career Center eating like a fucking triple cheeseburger.
Or all the movie days.
Oh, the movie days were. You want
I'd
to?
get a
Okay,
quart
that's
of-
something that. Yes, please explain the time to people where you drink a half gallon of milk in a span of like,
That was
what,
fine.
2 hours.
Did I drink it all in that 2 hours?
Yeah, you drank. That thing was gone before the movie was done.
Yeah, like my chalky milk.
He took the Gatorade cap off of one of those twist off Gatorades and put it on the fucking
Oh my
milk
gosh,
cap.
that was one of the first things you texted me.
Because I thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, I actually knew a guy that did that. I think that was what I said. I'm like, I saw this meme. I'm like, I actually know somebody that did that. And it was you.
You just started talking to someone, you just sent
Literally.
Just memes.
Did you know?
Oh,
I just remember him going,
God. Like a hamster.
no, but I distinctly remember afterwards you felt like shit. Like it was on like the way back. You're just like, oh, fuck.
Probably, yeah, it probably hit me late.
And that's what happens when you drink a half gallon of milk.
I can't remember because I know we switched from AM to PM.
Yep.
But I don't remember which one we switched to.
We were PM, then we went to AM.
Okay, yeah.
You did AM?
Yeah. We did AM our senior year.
That's so wrong.
Didn't we
I
meet
had it really easy
Charles
my senior
or
year.
Charlie and fuck? Why am I forgetting his name? God damn it! I'm sorry, man.
Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie and the other one from Napoleon.
Chase.
Yeah, Chase. Sorry, Chase. Didn't we meet them in second year? I feel like we did because first year was like Ruoff and stuff, and those guys. I didn't like the first.
Taylor
year
was
guys.
Taylor was also in our junior
First-
one, right?
First year,
Taylor
yeah.
always did good, so.
Yeah.
Because I remember when she and I weren't on good terms, and she went barreling past me to go on Browns Lake Road, like going probably 90
Right.
in like a 35.
In a car that can literally fall apart
in
at
a
any second.
little crinkle truck. And she thought that I called the career center to report her speeding because the cop that was there
You know the cop, Carly.
went and talked to her. So she messaged me and said, "Did you rat on me? And did you tell them that I was speeding?" I was like, "No. Like, why would I do that?" Like, maybe just words. Because she was, like, racing someone, I think. Because, like, someone had passed me and then she passed me. And I was like, what the fuck?
That reminds me of the time that I rode with Brent Jr. to the career center.
Yeah.
This is when he had his van. Well, he still has a van,
You gotta leave
but
that
it
again.
was I'm not doing it. But he didn't have like back seats or anything. I'm sitting on a freaking.
He drove a fucking van.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But there was
Creeper van.
there was no seats,
I know.
so I was sitting on a spare tire.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and we're going from the 94, from 94, getting onto the ramp to 127. Taylor was in front of us. We passed her on the fucking ramp. She called up Brent. She was so pissed.
I can see her doing that.
I mean, it was stupid, but she was going slow.
It was funny.
Sometimes I miss Taylor because she was, like, fun to hang around with.
I'm not gonna lie.
But I know that her life has, like, changed so much because now she has a kid.
Yeah. That's something that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it has been 7 years when you really think about it. But
Like, she had a toxic relationship with the guy that she had a kid with. So it's like,
is she still with him?
no, they broke up, actually.
What was his name?
TJ.
Oh, yeah.
TJ.
You don't gotta say the whole names.
I hope not.
Well, when I share them this episode.
Yeah. Called you out, bitch. No.
Yo, mom's up.
No, I remember one time, though. I guarantee if I asked Brent that, he wouldn't remember. But I remember one time Brent rode out with me to Career Center, I'm pretty sure. And I remember I took like a really weird way of getting back, and I damn near killed us. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, there was a time where, like, we went into an area where it was just like a straight stretch of like country road with like no potholes at all. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to go as fast as I fucking can on this road. So I was like flying down this damn road. And then I saw a stop sign, and I was like at 100 at this point, and you can't go from 100 to 0 like that. So I just decided to plow right through that stop sign. Nothing happened, but he was freaking out the whole fucking time, like, it's it now or never. And yeah,
If we go fast enough, it'll be quick.
exactly. Yeah, but nothing ended up happening. That was terrifying though, because like the thing was is that we were going down a hill,
wheelies.
and then as soon as we went up the hill is when I saw the stop sign. Like there wasn't even a yellow sign that said like here's the stop sign coming up. Like you just up there in this room. Mm-hmm. But nothing happened. Because I'm pretty sure there wasn't any people out. Because I'm pretty sure it was like in the middle of a day on like a Tuesday or something like that. But I don't know. Yeah.
Good time.
Career Center was an interesting time too.
It's a good way to get out of class.
Hell yeah.
Especially when your career center teacher didn't like you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Our career center teacher, we'd go meet at our really a conference room table almost in our room. You were in there. I
Your
think, one
nerd
time.
class.
You went in there, huh?
You had a nerd class, didn't you?
Yeah. It was,
I think we did a reading class in there once. Because we had to do reading
And
'cause
math.
it was like right. It was
on
like
Wednesdays.
down the hall and across the hallway from your class.
Yeah.
Taylor would go in there sometimes.
Yeah, the best memory I have of Career Center is when we weren't at Career Center that day. The Chicago trip.
Yep. That was fun as shit. That's another reason why Lionheart didn't like me very much.
Did we ever tell that story on here?
No, I don't think so.
Did, I remember it being told because he was supposed to be in a different group and he went to a different group because he didn't like the people he was with.
Yeah, because our teacher did not like Justin that much, and so he decided to put him.
Well, it was weird. He was kind of like, it was almost like he was taking like a dad approach with me.
So you need to be around people that you might not be comfortable with, or something like that.
Yeah.
Because everybody in that other group was just the freaking nerds that we didn't talk to at all.
Yeah, the outcasts.
Oh,
Yeah, he definitely took me out of my friend group.
that sucks.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck him. And he found out toward the end of the day, and he was not happy.
Yeah, I bet.
Not at all.
Justin never left though, so you can't yell at us. I'm like, we knew where he was the whole time. Yeah, because it was you.
It's not like I was off fucking around.
Yeah, because it was.
We
you.
were all just off fucking around.
We all had
Came
our
home
own.
with like 20, 30 lanyards each.
We also collected
Pens.
pens too.
Yep.
That was my goal. I still have some of those pens to this day. I have like a big cup of pens, and I know that I'm like, yep, these are the ones I got from Chicago. Because these dumbass people are going around like, oh, do you guys want a pen or a lanyard? Like, oh, we don't know that you guys are all like 17 years old and literally have no idea what half this shit is. Like, oh, here, we're going to try to get business from these 17-year-olds. Like, yeah, that's not how that worked. I remember and that building was huge. Like, we were only there for like 5 hours. We didn't even see half the damn place. That was such a weird trip. We got there at the place at like, 4 or 5 in the morning. And we drove all the way to Chicago, stayed there for a few hours, and came back around nighttime. I remember we stopped at that casino on the way back, and we were all like, yeah, we're going to go to a casino buffet. And then it was just switching out drivers. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it was stupid.
So, anyways, back to my thing.
Oh.
I actually found the cards that we would read.
The cards?
Yeah, so we had this conference room table, and in the beginning of most of our classes, for like a very long time, we would meet at the table, we'd gather around there, and our teacher would read a table topics card. And it was to like stimulate conversation. But the thing is it would take like an hour and 15 minutes for us to even get through all of our stuff because there'd be like side discussions off of it. So, like, they'd ask, like, a question, like, how will our culture change in the next 100 years? And we'd go around the table and everybody would answer the question. And of course there'd be, like, follow-up questions and stuff that we would talk about, and then it'd turn into, like, this big philosophical thing. And it just took so much, like, time out of the class, which is probably why we didn't learn shit in that class anyway. Mm-hmm. And why he, for, like, our final projects and stuff that we had to do, he wouldn't require it to be, like, IT-related. Because there was, the first year, I hand knit a blanket for my final project.
As you do.
And it's like, that's because I didn't learn anything during that class. Mm-hmm. And then the next year I jailbroke a Kindle. Because then it was like, we kind of had to do stuff that applied to what we were learning. But yeah, that was kind of interesting.
I don't even remember what we did for our final projects.
Yeah, I don't either.
We probably had to just make something. And wait, no, I do remember that. We had to, like, make a blueprint or something, and then we had to make it off of that, I think. I don't know, I just remember that blue liquid shit that we had to, like...
I just know he didn't really care all that much in our senior year. It was his last year.
And, yeah, because he got another job, and he was,
and then Hank would be there, and...
Fucking
Hank. Hank was, like, the assistant teacher, but he
didn't know shit.
Because Lionheart wasn't really doing a whole lot. Yeah. Hank was trying to be, like, the main teacher. And we did not listen to him at all. Because it was pretty much just we were just doing SolidWorks and stuff. Oh. So we were like, fuck him.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, yeah, I can try to help you there, even though he didn't know dick about it.
Although I definitely would have gotten my, what's that called? Certification if we were getting trained.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I didn't understand was, like, the assembly, which is kind of crazy now because that shit's easy as fuck. But
right.
I definitely would have been certified.
Would that have helped you?
Maybe. I really wanted to go into the engineering class for my second year. But again, my parents wouldn't let me.
Why?
Because they're fucking assholes. What do you think?
Do they have to approve that? And they have to, like, sign off on you moving?
I don't know, probably.
I was going to say, otherwise how would they know?
Taylen knows kind of how I was growing up in high school years. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you were around your friends, you were very, like, fun, but there'd be times where you could just tell that, like, your parents told you something, and then, like, you'd be in a mood for, like, the whole day, and, like, what the hell did your parents say to you now? You're like, I can't go to the football game this weekend, the sons of bitches.
Pretty much.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I don't know what your parents, like, I remember, I only saw your dad one time, and that was the only time, and I was picking you up one time. He goes, is that your fucking friend that drives you every day? I'm like, all right. Got this fucking guy yelling at me. I've never even talked to him.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, too.
I know, and I'm like, I'll take him. It's like, I'll take good real care of him. He's not a gay one, is he? I'm like, what the?
Is he one of the gays?
No, he just drives a gay car. Yes, it was the PT Cruiser.
Man, it was nice when it was nice out.
Dude, when it was nice, the top down, hell yeah, man.
I mean, we would put the top down even when it was cold.
Just put the windows up. It was fine.
Yeah.
Such a boy thing.
Yeah.
Not a PT Cruiser. Fun of the PT Cruiser.
Why do you think I made you pay for so much shit? Because of all the fucking comments you made. And
I always make comments.
Every comment he made, he goes, "Yep, all right, that's a slushie there, or not even a slushie. What was those things that I always made you buy me?
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
Gross.
And I know because like nowadays,
it's so bad now.
Like, nowadays, I'm like, why did I could have gotten so much like better stuff, and instead I got a watered milkshake that fucking that was chunky and frozen.
Really blended.
Never was. And they were expensive, too, so sorry about that. But they were like $5-6 for one of them.
You were getting nickel and dime.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I can't afford to fucking get a ride home across the street from where he fucking works.
Well, the thing is that I only worked a day or 2 days out of the week.
I thought you worked like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Mm-mm. I would work like a Monday and then maybe a Friday.
I worked like an hour a day.
Yeah, and I would only be there from like 4 to 7 or 8.
Meanwhile, I was working at Kroger, working 4 or 5 hour days every day.
Where did you go?
PC's That was when we were in the Jack 3 thing.
Yep.
I had to give a job till I was like 18.
Because I made you.
He didn't.
I did.
He did that.
Debatable.
Where did you work when you started?
Technique.
You were at Technique?
Mm-hmm. And then they fired me because they're assholes.
Yeah, Rosner said you had a talking problem.
I had a talking problem?
Yes.
Mm.
It was probably because of Chad. Chad's always been that kind of guy, you know.
Let me tell you the exact reason why I got fired. And because
All right, we'll end off on that.
I know for a damn fact of why I got fired. Because it was a very bullshit thing. For one, you're damn right I had a talking problem because when Rosner would come up and talk to me and distract me, it's pretty hypocritical that you keep saying that shit. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it's pretty hypocritical for a guy that did not stop talking to people to come around and tell me that I'm the one talking a lot. Anyway, what happened is that I was not the only one that got fired that day. Several people got fired that day. Like, everybody that was in the Jack 3 program through Technique, all let go.
Really?
Shipping people, let go. There was material people that were let go. There was lathe people let go. Like, not lathe people, but, like, machining people let go. Like, I was not the only one. I was, like, the fourth or fifth person they talked to that day. Because I remember all the Jack 3 people got fired there. There was a guy there named Dewan. Dewan got fired, and he texted me right away. He goes, dude, did you get let go? I was like, yeah. He goes, dude, I'm just getting a talk right now. And then he texted me later saying that he also got let go. So it was like a mass firing or something.
Huh. I mean, they kind of did that to Justin, too. They just...
That was COVID, though, where they let go a lot of people.
Yeah, but they didn't, like... They let you go, and then they
called
never
me.
Called you back. They said, "Oh, we'll call you when we're ready for you to come back." And
Well, no, they didn't really say that. They were like, "Well, we'll see, but it's probably not likely."
Oh,
But I still tried because I called back a month after that. I was like, "Is there any talks of coming back?" And she was like, "Well, probably not." And then
Was this Laura?
Yeah, she's not bad. She's actually I guess she has she's getting Parkinson's now.
That was
Yeah.
funny. Slightly funny.
Remember Jim Austin?
Yes.
No longer works there. He got fired.
Wonder why.
The dude he was kind of a
he was such a cock. When I worked there, we were only allowed to use two color pens, blue and black. But for some fucking reason, Jim was able to talk his way into only using purple pens because he had some special quality thing. And he goes, yeah, I'm the only one that can use purple pens. And when I first found that out, I'm like, you're a cock. Don't care about you. I worked in quality for 7 months at that point. Never had a problem with him. One time he almost caught me sleeping, though. I remember I had to go in so early one day, and my desk was in the corner of a room, and I was just nobody could see me, and I remember I would go get a big gulp at lunch because I was 17, so I still had the body of a 17-year-old, and I can get away with that. And he goes, "You have any idea how much sugar's in that?" And blah blah blah. And he's like, "You're gonna kill yourself," and all that. I'm just like, "You're such a cock, dude."
Yeah, he's always been like that.
I'm like, get away from me. But anyway, so I remember. I can't remember who told me to go there, but I walked into Laura's office, and she's like, have a sit down, we're going to have a talk. And she says, it's unfortunate to say, but we're going to have to let you go. And I'm like, why? And I started getting upset. I'm like, why? She goes, it's a done deal. I'm like, what did I do wrong? And she just wouldn't talk to me. She goes, it's just a done deal. I'm like, okay.
Well, because didn't we have to sign a contract or something? You had to sign a contract where after you were done with the Jack 3, they had to keep you on for X number of years after, because that would be the repayment of
them paying for it.
Yeah, them paying for your tuition. Otherwise, if you terminate early, you have to pay back the funds. So did they wait until that was done, or did they just
I'll get there.
fire you?
So yeah, I was done with high school at that time when that happened, and it was during the summer, right after we graduated. And side note, the only person I have respect for at Technique was a guy that I don't even know if works there. I cannot remember his name, but he was
It's a lot of respect.
I haven't seen the guy since then. I don't blame him, but he was the only guy I had respect for. He was one of the leads there. He had a big traditional like goatee. He was bald. He was a lead.
Oh, Van Wyck, Aaron Van Wyck.
Aaron Van Wyck.
He does not work there anymore.
Okay, Aaron was the only person I ever had respect for.
He didn't like Brent Sr.
A lot of people don't.
I don't mind him. He's a micromanager, but he's good at his job.
Yeah, that's why he has that position, because he's really good at it. But that's beside.
I get it. But I guess Aaron went and complained about him to Ronnie, and Ronnie was like, "Well, no, I have to keep Brent," and Aaron was like, "Well, then I'm leaving."
Wow.
Which is crazy because Aaron worked there for 22 years
Seriously?
when he quit.
Mm-hmm. So I remember when that happened, like everybody was just looking at me like I was like a dog getting ready to go get shot or something. Just walking out with my fucking tail between my legs, and I was pushing my toolbox out. And Aaron came up to me. He goes, "I don't know what's going on, but all I do is I wish you the best of luck." And he raised his hand out to me, and I shook his hand, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck everybody else. He's the only person I had respect for.
Aaron was he looked like a dickhead, but he was a nice guy.
He was a good guy. He always look at you like this whenever you fuck up. He would be like doing something, and I'd talk to him. He goes, "What?" Yeah, but after that, he was the only guy that I had respect for. Because I'm like, he went out of his way to do it. Like, he saw me walking out, and he stopped talking to whoever he was talking to, came over, shook my hand, like, all right.
Remember Flav?
Yeah.
Flav doesn't work there anymore either. He's actually not like bad terms or anything, but he's teaching at Northwest now.
I remember seeing something about that.
Yep. So that's why.
So
because he ended up going to, he was like the safety manager.
Yeah.
For like the plant and stuff. So so he ended up doing that. But now he's teaching.
So after that, the first thing I do is I call up my the guy that was in charge of the program that I was in. Dan
Draper.
Yep, Mr. Draper. And I called him up and I said, "I just got let go." And he goes, "Well, what'd you do?" And I said, "I don't know. They won't fucking tell me what I did." And I remember taking my toolbox home and I called my dad. I'm like, "Dad, I just got fired." He goes, "What the hell did you do?" And everyone's like, "What'd you do? What'd you do?" I'm like, I don't know. They won't tell me.
Right, they just let you go.
So I got home and I was all upset. And I just remember going downstairs to my room and taking all my Technique shirts and just fucking throwing them away. I was so fucking mad that day. And I officially get a call from Mr. Draper. And I put it on speaker. I'm like, "Hey, Dan." And he goes, "Hey, so I just got done talking to Technique, and they explained to me that," he goes, "I'll be honest, I don't think you did anything wrong." Like, so what was the deal? He goes, "All I know is I got an email from them, and they said that Taylen was just no longer a good fit for our company, and we decided to move on without him." And I said, "What does that mean?" He goes, "That's all I know for now." And eventually, I talked to him later on, and he told me that Technique decided to do a thing where instead of having Jack 3, they were going to do their own fucking program.
Technique U.
Technique U. So what
Brad
they
Jr. was the first one, and then I was in the second class.
So what they decided to do is get rid of all the old stock and get all the new stock.
And guess what? That stock's still there, bitch. You're going to pay better than I am, though. I mean, you do machining, so that makes sense.
All I know is that fuck Technique. I still don't like that place. I don't care. The fact,
for legal reasons, I like them.
Huh?
So for legal reasons, I like them. Yeah. I do enjoy working there.
The only thing I will say is that all the management can go suck my dick. You guys, in my opinion, were bitches. The fact that you could not tell me flat out why you were letting me go is a pretty bitch thing to do, in my opinion.
Well, this ain't getting shared on my page.
I don't care. It's true. Fuck Technique. I'm sorry.
Well, there's definitely some managers that were there that aren't there anymore that I never really
All I'm saying is that I'm glad they're treating you better, but in the same sense, like, you had to fight your way to even get back in there in the first place.
Right. Well, it kind of made sense, though.
I understand why.
I'll be honest. I wasn't really the greatest worker.
Mm-hmm. And that was another thing, is that there was a guy there. He was a machining manager. Fucking Chad. No. Was it Chad?
Chad.
Yeah. He was a dickhead. He was like that type of guy that's like, no.
He's definitely, he's a strickler.
He was a dickhead, and he would get so mad at me when I didn't know how to do something. He goes, "What do you mean you don't know how to completely write a program?" I'm like, "Because I'm 17 years old, dick. I don't know how to do this shit yet. You ever realize that I'm still in school and I'm not here half the time?"
You know John still works there? John Del Pior?
Peoria works there?
Yeah, he's worked there for, man, probably 4 years now.
Was
Yeah, you know John.
Yeah. I think he was in one of my groups when we did the pre-college course or whatever.
Mm-hmm. John worked at a place over in Spring Harbor, though, when he was doing his Jack 3 stuff. Yeah, but, yep. Never, I don't care. It's whatever.
That one really hit a nerve with you, Taylen.
It's true.
You're not loving that place for
And that is a wonderful way to end off a podcast episode. This is actually a pretty good episode, I think.
Yeah.
Last week, I don't know, we didn't really have like a bunch of good topics to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we definitely did.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Today was good.
All right.
So,
well, thank you guys for joining us on another lovely episode of the Uneducated Guesses podcast. Please check out our social media. We have that now, and hopefully we'll be uploading more TikToks and Reels. Eventually, we will probably be posting more pictures, and after Justin starts editing his
I'm not going
photos.
to do a bunch of pictures all the time.
Oh, no, we're not going to do pictures. It's mostly going to be Reels and stuff, but obviously they can see behind the scenes of what our place looks like and maybe our future endeavors and all that other stuff.
My fucking mouse wants to
Yeah, dog, do
connect.
the thing again. I'm going to throw you across the room.
But anyway, thanks again for joining us for another episode. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.